It's been 2 years since the accident, but every time I close my eyes, I still hear the sound of twisting metal, shattering glass, and her scream. I survived. My best friend, Lily, didn't. We were inseparable since middle school. Lily and I met in the cafeteria after she accidentally spilled orange juice on my notebook. She had this nervous laugh and kept apologizing, and somehow we just clicked. From then on, it was us against the world. Late night talks, spontaneous road trips, helping each other survive heartbreaks, and dreaming about the future we'd conquer together. On the night of the crash, we were coming back from a college party. Neither of us was drunk. I swear I wouldn't have gotten behind the wheel if we were, but it was late and we were exhausted. The roads were slick from an earlier rain. I remember laughing at something Lily said, my hands gripping the wheel, when suddenly headlights appeared in front of us. A car was swerving into our lane. I swerved right to avoid it. We spun out of control. The world turned into chaos. The screech of tires, the snap of the seatbelt against my body, the crunch as we slammed into a guardrail. My head snapped forward, and then silence. When I came to, smoke filled the car. My ears were ringing. My chest hurt, but I could move. I turned to Lily. She wasn't moving. The ambulance came. The paramedics worked on her right there in the wreckage, shouting medical terms I couldn't understand. I was sitting on the cold asphalt, blood dripping from my forehead, watching them pull her lifeless body out. At the hospital, the doctor told me she didn't make it. A head injury, instant. People told me I was lucky to be alive. Lucky. I wanted to scream every time I heard it. I didn't feel lucky. I felt cursed. I replayed the moment over and over in my head. What if I hadn't swerved? What if I had braked instead? What if I had let her drive? I stopped sleeping. I stopped eating. I stopped seeing my friends. Because every time I looked at them, I thought of how she wasn't there. Her parents wouldn't talk to me. I don't blame them. I was the one driving. I was the one who walked away. The police said it wasn't my fault. The other driver, a man in his late 40s, was drunk. He survived, of course. He walked away with a broken arm. He went to prison for vehicular manslaughter, but that didn't bring Lily back. I went to the trial, sitting behind her parents, not expecting forgiveness, but hoping for something. They never turned around. I understood. After the sentencing, I spiraled. I dropped out of college. I moved back into my parents' house. My mom tried to get me into therapy, but I kept saying no. I thought I deserved the pain. I thought moving on would be betraying her memory. One night, I found myself parked outside Lily's house. The lights were on, and I could see her mom setting the table. For a second, I thought about knocking, about telling them how sorry I was, how I'd give anything to switch places with her. But I couldn't. I drove away instead. On the anniversary of her death, I wrote Lily a letter. I told her everything, how I still hear her laugh in my head, how I can't stand the sound of rain on the road, how I avoid looking at my own reflection because I hate the person who survived. I told her about the nightmares, about the guilt, about how some days I wished I hadn't made it. I never sent it, of course. I folded it up and put it in the box under my bed with all the photos of us. It took months after that to finally say yes to therapy. I started seeing a counselor who specialized in trauma survivors. She told me something I'll never forget. Lily's life mattered, but so does yours. Living isn't a betrayal. It's the only way to honor her. Therapy didn't erase the pain, but it gave me tools to carry it. I started doing small things again, going for walks, taking photography classes, writing in a journal. A few weeks ago, I finally visited Lily's grave. I stood there for a long time, my hands shaking, before I whispered, "I'm sorry, I miss you, and I'm going to try to live." For both of us. I still have bad days. I still wake up in the middle of the night hearing the crash, but I'm learning to live with it, not drown in it. The guilt may never go away completely, but I think Lily would want me to stop punishing myself. She'd want me to keep laughing, keep chasing dreams, maybe even take another spontaneous road trip someday. So here's my question for you. Do you think I should try to reconnect with her parents, or would it only reopen old wounds? If you were in my place, how would you move forward? I really want to know what you think. Please share your thoughts in the comments.